Yes. Welcome to Punkvin.
Thank you.
My wine video blog. So, could you please introduce yourself?
So I am Anne Trimbach. I'm representing the 13th generation of the Trimbach family today. We are from Alsace. We are from Ribeauvillé, a little village in the middle of Alsace, and we've been producing wines since 1626.
Fantastic. And which generation are you?
The lucky number 13.
The 13. And you are in Sweden today to present your wine.
Absolutely.
And could you tell me a little about the 07 vintage? I think it was great.
Yes, we believe it was great because, well, first of all, in Alsace we are very lucky because we have the Vosges mountains on the west side of Alsace and they protect us very well from rain. We are a very dry region, second driest in France, even though we are north located. And 07 was a miracle vintage, we say, because we started to have very warm weather in April. Already it was 30 degrees, we could be in shorts and t-shirts and get some nice colors. So we were afraid of having a very early vintage with low acidity, very short season, and at the end it ended up by cooling down a little bit during the season, the growing season, and we had a fantastic vintage. Healthy grapes, high acidity, the ripe acidity we like, tartaric acidity, and yes, fantastic pure wines, dry, bone dry.
And you have such many styles of wines, and we tried the first level today, the Riesling, that's very popular in Sweden.
Yes.
And then the Cuvée Frédéric Emile, and I thought it was fantastic, the 07, because it was so focused and so extremely pure and concentrated. When do you think it's ready to drink? I mean, on the peak to best.
On the top. So 07 Frédéric Emile is the driest Frédéric Emile ever. We ended up by having 0.7 grams of sugar, of residual sugar per liter of wine, so it is really bone dry. You can't have drier than that. It's first time ever. So because of that, maybe the wine is still a bit tight and young. It will probably be at the top in, let's be optimistic, 1 or 2 years from now. And then at the top for many, many more years, and then different stages, and will probably fall down in, well, maybe 30 years from now, hopefully. We have time.
And that's because of Riesling is also very aging potential.
Oh yes.
Great.
For
and
us.
your top wine, Closantin 07, we tried as well.
Yes.
And you had to wait more for Closantin, or?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. They have different phases. Closantin 07 has is not as dry as Frédéric Emile, maybe has 2 or 3 grams of sugar, which of course you don't feel, it's bone dry as well. But maybe this make it feel a bit less austere than Frédéric Emile right now. I would say as well in 1 or 2 years it should be really at the top, hopefully, and then will age again for another 20, 30 more years, hopefully even more.
And you focus on the different styles of your Rieslings. You focus on the first level, you focus on the grape.
Yes.
To get the character of the grape variety.
Yes, classic.
And then you blend from different vineyards.
For Frédéric Emile, it's a blend of 2 Grand Cru vineyards, Geisberg and Osterberg, forever. And we've been doing this for 100 years now. So when the Grand Cru system came in Alsace, we didn't want to make 2 different wines, and we continue to make just one wine, which is called Frédéric Emile for many years now. And Closantin is really a single vineyard, a monopole vineyard from us, 1 hectare 67, within in a Grand Cru called Rosaquer, in the heart of the Rosaquer. So this is a single vineyard wine.
And you have a lot of different soil types in your vineyard.
Yes.
That's right.
In Alsace, generally speaking, Alsace is 120 kilometers long, and the vineyards road all the vineyards have many different types of soil. A scientist very recently found out it's minimum 13 different types of soil, which is huge. I mean, not a lot of regions can say that. We have most of our vineyards in the area of Ribeauvillé, which is middle of Alsace, where we have a lot of concentration of limestone, but also of course a bit of sandstone. A bit further south, sorry, we have a bit of granite. But in the Ribeauvillé area, it's mostly based on limestone, I would say. So perfect for our style of wine.
And the close and clean, I think that's so interesting. Why? What is making close and clean that special? Is it the exposure and the soil together and the old?
Yes, my father Pierre, who's been the winemaker for 30 plus years now, would say that the soil makes it very special, the location and the soil, because it's 90% of limestone, pure calcareous, called muschel calc, so with fossils, and a bit of marl on the top, heavy marl. Old vines, 50 years old and more. A part of the vineyard is more than 80 years old, because my grandfather Bernard, who was the winemaker before my dad, can't say how old they are, and he's 82 years old today. So 80 plus years old vineyard, another part 50 years old, south and southeast exposure to the sun, small vineyard as well, so the rarity as well makes it very special. It's a very, very unique Riesling, and some of the top journalists from the world say this is one of the best, if not the best, dry Riesling in the world. And if you ask, for example, Jancis Robinson from England, she's the queen of Riesling, she's known as the queen of Riesling. She said in an interview already, if I have to go on an island and I'm on a desertic island, I would take some Clos Saint-Thune.
What is the best companion to Clos Saint-Thune? What would you prepare like a dish together?
Personally, I would do a wonderful sea bass, because I love sea bass. You don't need especially cream or anything. You don't need to cook especially gastronomy or special. Simple is always fine, but a real taste of beautiful fish, good quality fish. And this is maybe with a fresh Clos Saint-Thune 2007 or 2005. And with an older one, I would like maybe a bit of truffle, something more special, global.
Thank you so very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.